When we speak of India Stack, we think of basically digital technologies enabling a whole lot, which wasn't done earlier, a sort of stack with Aadhaar as its foundation, with various other things which have come on top of it. Not exactly on top, but which kind of work with it, like UPI, the Unified Payments Interface. We have Digilocker, basic level things, and more sophisticated things. This is evolving very rapidly. India is basically on a curve almost ahead of the world, or basically leading the world in many ways in this area.
So India Stack is a set of building blocks, and Lego pieces that you can put together to make things happen. These banks have been in operation, not in India, but in the world, especially in Italy, because that's where it started, for 400 years. In the first 250 years of that 400 years, let us say, Aresh, you were my banker, and let's pick him. May I know your name? Huh? Jared. Jared. So Jared, I owed money to Jared. But Jared was really good friends with you. So he came to you and said, Sharad owes me money. Give me Sharad's money. You would happily give him that money. There was nothing I could do to prevent you from doing that. So only in the last 150 years, there is this golden rule of banking came. The golden rule of banking is that if you are my custodian, you are my banker, custodian of my money, thou shall not debit my account or send my money to somebody else without my permission. This has only been for the last 150 years. So what does it mean? The bank then gives you a checkbook on which you give permission. Or they say you go to the SBI, HDFC site and give permission, or you go to the app and give permission. What UPI does, it says, why does it matter whether Sharad gives permission to the bank or it gives to PhonePe or Google Pay or Bharat Pay or Bheem app? As long as the permission is digital, it is non-repudiable and electronically signed, it's good enough for you. You're not violating that law. So by unbundling the role of the permission collector from the custodian, you are able to create a new payment system which is very, very efficient and it's scaled very rapidly. Now, we in 2016 as a country decided that this is the shift that will happen for personal data. Today, if my personal data is sitting with a custodian, because Airtel knows which cell towers I went to come here, Google knows a lot of my data, many people know about my personal data, there is no obligation for them to not share my data with somebody else without my permission. So we are in that first 250 years of that money system that existed for data right now. India is the first country which decided that we will pivot to a new regime where if your personal data is sitting with a custodian, it cannot be sent to somebody else without consent. So first is that if you have all these building blocks for flow of people, flow of money, flow of information, then you can apply this to any facet of the economy, right? You can apply it to the social sector, you can apply it to the commercial sector. Companies can do it for their own businesses because it unlocks productivity. So it's a win anyway. But the second question that we have to ask is, what more can we do? And that's the question you are asking. Can we reimagine something? Now, what happens is the small businesses in India, when they go for a loan, they're asked for collateral. They don't have collateral. Or whatever collateral they have, they've already put it, we are in Delhi, so I can use the Hindi word. They've already girvi kiya hua hai. They have nothing else to give, right? And so what do they do? So the question then is that can we use their information as collateral? Remember, India, because of all these changes, is becoming data rich. The first country in the world to become data rich before it is economically rich. So now the question is, can I use this collateral to get a loan, information collateral to get a loan? We are at the cusp of a revolution in information collateral-based lending that the world has not seen before. And why is this important? Is because it generates livelihoods. Everywhere in the world, jobs are created in small businesses. Even in the US, the epitome of large companies, more than 90% of the new jobs come in small businesses. So if you allow our small businesses who have no credit score or anything like that to use their own cash flow as a way to get growth capital, then you will change the face of India as we go forward.
The spirit behind this is like the open source movement.
Yes.
We collectively want to do good using technology for everybody,
Yes.
and we will take all the initiatives required to do that.